Good evening, students. In our last video, we have explained the cash transaction approach of quantity theory of money, which was given by famous American economist Irving Fisher. Today, we will explain the quantity theory of money, the cash balance approach. As an alternative to Fisher's quantity theory of money, Marshall, Pigou, Robertson, and Keynes at the Cambridge University formulated the Cambridge cash balance approach. Whereas we know that Fisher's transaction approach emphasizes the medium of exchange function of money, but the Cambridge cash balance approach was based on the store of value function of money. So, according to the cash balance approach, the demand for money and the supply of money determine the value of money. This approach considers the demand for money and supply of money at a particular moment of time. Since all at a particular moment the supply of money is fixed and it is demand for money which largely accounts for the changes in the price level. As such, the cash balance approach is also called the demand for money. So now let me explain the equation which is given by Marshall. So the Marshall's equation of exchange in cash balance approach is M equals to KPY. So here Y is aggregate real income, that means aggregate output. P represents the price level. Small k represents the proportion of real income that people want to hold in money, and M implies amount of money which public wants to hold. So from this equation we can say that price level is directly proportional to the money supply and price level is indirectly proportional to the aggregate real income and the proportion of real income which people desire to keep in the form of money. Whereas M and Y being constant, with the increase in K, price level P falls, and with decrease in K, price level P rises. Similarly, K and Y remaining unchanged, if supply of money increases, price level P also increases, and if supply of money M decreases, price level also decreases. The next equation was given by Pigou. So the Pigou's famous equation of exchange is represented as P is equals to KR by M. Here P implies common price level, M implies total amount of money, R implies total real income of the society, and K implies part of real income which is kept in the form of money. So here, in order to explain Pigou's equation, we can cite one simple example. Here we assume that the total quantity of money in circulation in the country, that is M, is rupees 100 crores. Total real income of the society or country, R, is rupees 250 crore, and the percentage of keeping cash with people, that is K, is 20. So we know the equation given by Pigou is P is equals to KR by M. So since here the percentage of keeping cash with people is 20, that's why in place of K we are writing as 20 by 100 as it is percentage. So after doing calculation, we have found the value of P as 1 by 4. So we can conclude that value of 1 rupee of money will be 1/4 unit, which means its value per unit will be rupees 4. The next equation was given by Robertson, which is M is equals to PKT, where P is price level, M is quantity of money, and T is total amount of goods and services exchange for money or transaction performed by money. K is proportion of real income that people want to hold in money. So in this equation, this is clear that the definitions of M, P and T have been taken same as that of Fisher's equation, and K has been taken from Marshall's equation. So according to Robertson, cash balance equation, P changes directly with M and inversely with K and T. So this is very clear from this equation of exchange. Then we have lastly the Keynes equation of exchange, where we have found N is equals to PK, where N represents cash held by general public, P implies price level of consumer goods, K implies real balance or the proportion of consumer goods over which cash is kept, and we know that it is assumed that K is constant. That means a change in N causes a direct and proportionate change in P. So we know that no theory is free from criticisms or limitations. This theory also have certain criticisms. Critics has pointed out certain criticisms or limitations of this theory. The first limitation is regarding truism. So like cash transaction equation, this cash balance equations are all truisms. All the equations here we have mentioned all establishes a proportionate relationship between quantity of money and price level. Secondly, price level does not measure the purchasing power. Keynes, in his treatise on money, which was written in the year 1930, criticized Piggot's cash balance equation and also his own real balance equation. He pointed out that measuring the price level in wheat, as Pigott did, or in terms of consumption units, as Keynes himself did, was a serious defect. The price level in both equations does not measure the purchasing power of money. Third criticism is it gave more importance to total deposits, because we have found the defect of Cambridge equation lies in its applying to the total deposits consideration, which are primarily relevant only to the income deposits, and the importance attached to K is misleading when it is extended beyond the income deposits. Moreover, it neglects other factors. The cash balance equation does not tell about changes in the price level due to the changes in proportions in which deposits are held for income, business, and saving purposes. It neglects saving and investment effect. Along with, it is also clear that K and Y are not constant. It also fails to explain the dynamic behavior of prices. It neglects the interest rate, because we have found that cash balance approach is very weak. It ignores other influences such as the rate of interest, which exerts a decisive and significant influence upon the price level. Demand for money is not interest inelastic. The neglect of the rate of interest as a causative factor between quantity of money and the price level leads to the assumption that the demand for money is interest inelastic. It means that money performs only as a function of medium of exchange and does not possess any utility of its own, such as store of value. It also neglects the real balance effect. The cash balance theory establishes that the elasticity of demand for money is unity, which implies that an increase in the demand for money leads to a proportionate decrease in the price level. It also neglects the speculative demand for money. So this is, in short, the quantity theory of money, the cash balance approach. Thank you.